guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be doing a video on all Flower Beauty products. As you can probably tell in the name of the video, I just found out they sold it in Canada at the one store that I went to go look at, which is Well.ca. I'm so excited that I purchased a bunch of stuff. Some of it was sold out, but again, so excited to try it. If you want to see how I created this look and you want to see all of that, please keep watching. And also, I just want to do a little shout out to this awesome shirt that I am wearing today. I don't know if anybody knows what this is, but this is the Schitt's Creek David's Store Rose Apothecary shirt. I got it off Etsy and I'm obsessed with it. It is so cozy. I also love that show, and this shirt just makes me laugh. I just laugh. I just love this shirt. I love the show. I just had to point it out because I just walked downstairs and I was wearing it when filming with it, and I was like, okay, everyone needs to know that this shirt is a thing. So if you want to see how I got to this look, please keep watching. So to start this video off, I'm just going to say that I have not tried Flower Beauty before. I was so excited because I have not seen it in Canada. I heard it was like a good brand. Saw all these reviews and I was so excited to try it, but it never sold in Canada. I was looking on my website for my vitamin C, which is Well.ca, and all of a sudden I see like a picture of like Drew Barrymore and it says like new Flower Beauty, whatever. So I click it and it's sold there, which is like apparently the only place in Canada it sells, I guess. Or maybe I'm just not finding it anywhere else. But I also found out that Drew Barrymore owns the brand. Who knew that? I love her. I'm so excited to try this brand. So I got all these cool products. I'm just going to tell you what I got as we go along. So here we go. I'm just going to start it out. So we are going to do eye primer. For eye primer, I had picked up the concealer. This is the Flower Beauty Light Illusion Full Coverage Concealer. I really do like this packaging. Like, it's really nice. Like, as you can see, it's really nice. I'm sure a lot of you have tried this brand before, so this may be nothing new to you, but if you're in Canada and you're thinking about it, because a lot of things on the site were sold out. I was surprised. I couldn't get a lot of things. So I don't know, maybe it's already popular and I'm just late to the train here, but I like the packaging. It's really nice. It's sleek. So I'm just going to use this as my primer. I'm just going to apply this to the eye. Okay, what's happening? Why am I blind? Next, I picked up the Jungle Lights palette, which I had seen on a bunch of YouTube videos, and a lot of people were saying that they're so pigmented, the color's amazing, and it was worth the money. So I'm so excited that I finally picked this up. I know it's old, I'm sorry guys, but like I haven't tried this brand before, so I'm uber excited to try it. So I picked this up. I love the colors. Looks so nice. You get a large amount, and I think I paid like $17 for this, and it's so nice. Like it's a very affordable brand, so I'm really surprised with what you get for how affordable it is. And when I swatched it, let me tell you, like I'll even swatch it right now for you, like even just one of the colors. I went in one time. First off, look how nice that already looks. Now putting it on my hand, it has pigment. I'm so excited about this. Like, this is so exciting to me. I don't know if like I'm the only person who's so excited about this, but like this blew my mind. So I'm just going to use, I have this little quad, this matte quad that I created, and I'm just going to use a brown in here as a transition shade. So I am just going to apply this in the crease because there's no matte shades, and I love to add a little matte to every eye look. So now I am dying to go into these purples. I don't know what it is calling me about these two purples over here. So I'm going to be, what just happened there? The darker purple is Jaguar, the lighter shade is Wild, and I'm really excited to go into these. They're really calling me. So those are the ones I'm going to be using today. So I'm just going to go into the lighter purple shade, and I'm just going to go all over the lid. I'm going to try with a brush first and then see if maybe it's better with my finger. So I'm just going to go into the purple shade. Ooh, okay, that's such a nice color. So I'm just going to put this all over the lid. I'm almost thinking maybe I should go in with my finger. I'm going to try. So I went in with my finger. I feel like it almost picks up a little bit more. Yeah, it does. It picks up a little bit more with your finger, but I just don't love the messiness of going in with my finger. That's the thing. Like, I just want it to blend out. So I guess we're going to see how well it blends out by doing this. I'm going to go back with my fluffy brush, and I just want to like blend that out and make sure it's not going to go like crazy, but I also want it to extend a little bit to the outer part of the eye. So I'm going to do the same thing on the other eye. There is a lot of fallout. I wasn't expecting that. But I mean, I can't really be upset about it considering the fact that with the pigment that comes out, I can't complain about what comes out at the bottom. So I'm not going to ignore the kickback comment. We'll just let it go. But I will let you know, like, if you're going to use this palette, don't do your eyes last if you're going to use this palette. That's all I'm going to say to you. Look at the pigment that comes off of that. So who's complaining, really? I'm going to take another flatter brush, and I'm going to go into the darker shade, the darker purple in the palette over here. And I just want to darken up the outer corner. I don't know if this is going to work out well with this brush, but we're going to still do it anyway. I'm just going to start at the outer corner here and then just lightly bring it to the outer. I don't want to make it go into the crease, so I'm just going to dab it, like stamp it almost into the outer corner. Oh, that still goes on nice, I gotta say, you know? I'm loving this so far. I mean, there's a lot of fallout happening, but like, again, can't be too picky. When you're getting this much pigment, I'm not going to be like picky. And also how affordable it is, I can't be like super judgmental, but you know, I love this. You gotta be careful with purple because as of right now, I look like I got a black eye and I don't love that. So all I did was I took a brush with nothing on it and I just kind of like diffused the edges because this is something I haven't used very often. I also did it with my fingers so I don't have the precision as a brush or the blending from a brush. So I just went in, diffused the edges a little bit and made sure everything was blended. And then I went under my eye with a makeup wipe and I just wiped up the excess that was under there. Now what I want to do is I want to take this shade right here called Paradise. This like, it's almost like a gold. And I just want to go on the first, not even the full third of the eye, but I just want to bring it in the inner corner and the front of the eye, what am I saying? The beginning of my eye, so just to blend it in. I just want to brighten it up a little bit, and then at the end I'll even put it like as an inner corner highlight, but I just wanted to make sure it's nice and blended into the purple. So I'm just going to do the same thing to the other eye, and then we're going to move on. I'm going to be trying out this Flower Lash Warrior Mascara. Okay. Oh, this brush is like fancy. Look at this brush. Anybody see it's like crooked? Oh, it gives you length. I'm getting curl, I'm getting, ow, poke myself in the, okay, obviously talking and doing mascara is not for me. So we're gonna not do that. I'm gonna talk after I'm done. It didn't get clumpy. I like how the brush really separates, which is really nice. I did get length from it, which I like too. I mean, I have not the greatest natural lashes, so I can't really say much, but I got some length out of it. I do wish it was a little bit more volumizing instead of more length, but I did like it. I do like the way it went on. The brush is a little sharp. Like I've never used a brush like this. I use more like if you look at like the Lancome Monsieur Big brush or Maybelline Colossal, like those fluffy, like more volumizing brushes. This is more like if you look at the brush, it's like separated like combs almost. So it was like not a bad thing. Either way, it's a great mascara, but just don't get your inner eye because it really hurts. Moving on. So now we're going to use this primer that is like really intriguing me, and the noise. This is so satisfying. I love this so much. Like, I love that. So this is the Flower Beauty Supernova Celestial Priming Whip. This weightless primer leaves a soft radiance to diffuse the look of fine lines and pores. So it says shake it really well and then pump a dime size into your hand. So we're gonna shake it really well. This is so fun, I love this. What is happening? I'm actually trying my hardest and it's really not opening.
Oh my God.
Whoops. Okay, well it came out now. Okay, that's more than a dime size, but that's okay. Oh, it's so light. Look. Oh, I think I put too much. Maybe too much. It feels really moisturizing though.
Yeah, the floor's all moisturized.
Hey, look how radiant my face looks. It does give you radiance. Look at that. It even has that like tackiness, not a large amount, but it has like just the littlest bit of like tackiness, which I can deal with. I like that. So now we're gonna move on to Flower Beauty Get Real Serum Foundation. So this is the foundation I had. They only had 3 colors left on the site. Again, it must be really popular. This is a shade Nude. I mean, hopefully it matches, but we're gonna just go with it. We're gonna give it a good shake. Okay, is it me that can't open? Oh, there's tape. There's tape. There's tape. It smells okay. So I'm just going to shove this on my face. We'll put a bit on the sponge. And we're going to try and build this up. My skin looks really nice though, no? Especially on top of that primer. Like it looks so glowy. I love this. I love how glowy it is. I can deal with a not super high coverage foundation because I don't really love super thick foundations, but I can deal with that as long as my concealer is thick enough or like high coverage enough to cover anything I need covered, because my skin looks amazing. It looks phenomenal, my skin. Look how nice this looks. Like this serum foundation, this is a light, like this is a good like everyday foundation because it wasn't expensive. Like for $20 using it every day, I wouldn't be upset about that because I didn't use that much foundation. And it is pretty buildable. I I love the finish. This finish is like stunning. Look at this. Look at my skin. What I am going to say is it does stay a little bit wet. So if you have oily skin, I would definitely recommend setting it. So my skin looks good. We're going to go into the concealer, Light Illusion Full Coverage Concealer, the one I use as my eye primer. So I'm going to be applying this on any problem areas, any acne breakouts or anything like that. And I'm also going to be applying it under the eyes to get rid of any darkness. So this is what the brush looks like, which I really like. It has like a little angled like applicator, which I like. I can put underneath the eye and it fits really nicely. And I like how the tip is a little bit thinner. So I'm going to be using my beauty sponge and I'm just going to blend that out. It is a little bit drying. It does have great coverage though. Like look at my under eye. I don't see any darkness. It went really well underneath. So I have to give them props for this. I love the way my skin looks right now. I actually like this concealer. I just think I need to work with it faster. So if you're going to use this concealer, just maybe do one side at a time, one area at a time. Don't let it sit too long because I found it was a little bit harder to blend out the more it sat. So I put it all over my face and then I let it sit. Like I was thinking I was working with like my Shape Tape or my ColourPop. Whereas when I work with my like e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer, I have to do one eye at a time usually and work with it fairly quickly because if it starts to get dry, like if it starts to dry down, it gets a little bit harder to blend out. So I think that's the same situation with this. I do love, like I said, my skin looks amazing. My under eye looks great. Like I don't see any discoloration. Like it's definitely a high coverage concealer. So working with the two of these, working with a lower coverage like foundation with a higher coverage concealer, I do like that look and I do love the way my skin looks. Plus, I guess putting it on top of the primer really gave me that like glow and that like beautiful radiance, which I'm really loving the way my skin is looking right now. So next we're going to be moving on to the Flower Miracle Glow Satin Finishing Powder. So this is a powder that minimizes appearance of imperfections and it gives you an ambient glow. So the formula absorbs oil and soothes skin with a soft focus effect. So basically it's supposed to stop you from getting oily, I guess. Micro pearl pigments diffuse light for an ambient glow, providing the ultimate finishing touch to your makeup. So I guess this is not supposed to set your whole face. So I'm going to take a brush and I'm just going to set my under eye with that. I don't want to do too much because that concealer was a little bit drying. So I'm just going to set any part of the face, not super crazy. I'm just going to set it really lightly. Maybe I'll do it with my beauty sponge as well. I'm not going to set my whole face. I mean, I normally don't anyway, but I just want to put a little bit under the eye and any area that needs to be set, like any horrible bad areas, which I have a couple of those. So it did add a little bit of like a glow underneath my skin. I don't necessarily not like it, but I also don't know if I would have put that, like it's almost like a really diffused highlighter, which it looks really nice, but we're going to see how it looks afterwards. I want to see if it's going to start to crease. So moving on from there, I also picked up this palette here. This like face palette. It has a bronzer, a blush, and a highlighter. I figured it was the best way to go because I couldn't find just a blush, just a highlight. Well, I found a blush, but I didn't find just a highlighter and just a bronzer. So it has 3 shades in the palette. This is the medium to deep palette. They were sold out of the light to medium, so I just went with this. I'm sure I could sculpt out my face. It doesn't look super dark anyway. Okay, so it's very subtle. I mean, if I got the light, I feel like I wouldn't have liked it. So it would have been too light and I would not have liked it at all. So I'm liking the fact that I picked a darker shade. But I do see it's framing my face. Like, I don't know if you guys can tell, but I do like see it is framing my face. I think you just got to kind of work with it a little bit. So I am going to just work with it a little bit more, add a little bit of darkness to the face because I love to have that like framed bronzed look. What I can say about it is if you're newer to makeup and you don't like something that's going to be like bam on your face, or like you're not great with being able to blend things out, this would be an easy starter for you because it's very buildable, which I do like as well. So the next product I picked up was the Blush Balm Color Drops for Cheeks. This is a silky lightweight texture with a radiant finish, which love radiant cheeks, so can't complain. And what it said on here was it was a lilac, and I figured because I was so obsessed with looking at the purples on my eyes that a lilac on my cheeks would be real cute. So we're gonna see how that looks. That's a pretty color. It's like more of a light purpley pink color. I'm gonna use a blush brush to try out one side, and then I'm gonna use a beauty sponge to do the other side. Okay, maybe that's not the one. Maybe the brush is not the one. We're just gonna do a beauty sponge. So I'm just gonna put a little bit on the sponge and apply it to the apples of the cheeks. Okay, that is so pretty. The finish is so nice and it is so pretty. It's very subtle, which I do like as well. And you can kind of like build that up too, because on this side I put a little extra and I can see that it's built up just a bit. We're just gonna Keep building that up. We want a little cheek action here. Oh my god, this color's so nice. It has like a purpley pink color to your cheeks. I love that. I'm okay, I'm done. So now I'm gonna go into the palette again, and I'm gonna go into this, like, it's more of a goldy, like, tinge to it for the highlighter, and I'm just going to dip a highlighter brush in there and apply it to, oh no, oh no. Oh, it's all powdery. I don't love that. We're just gonna diffuse it, make it look a little cuter. So now I want to go back into our Jungle Lights palette, and I just want to put a little bit of color underneath the eye. So I'm gonna go back into this like light purple. This is the color Wild, and I want to get a like thinner like pencil brush like this. This is the ColourPop E10, and I'm just going to put a little on the brush and just apply it to the, like, almost from the inner corner to the middle of the eye. So now I'm going to go back into the shade Paradise, which is the light color on the edge that we put in our inner corner. And I want to apply that to the actual like inner corner highlight area and just the beginning of the eye. This is a very foily look, and I really love today. I'm out of the comfort zone and I like it. And now I'm just gonna add a little bit of the mascara to the bottom of my eye really quick. I'm gonna apply a lip liner. This is not from the line. They didn't have the lip liner that I wanted, so I could not purchase it. So I have the Milani Spice lip liner. I'm just gonna apply really quickly. Now I picked up the Perfect Pout moisturizing lipstick. This is the shade Buttercup. I love the packaging, how it's like clear. That's so nice. And the shade is like so pretty, so why not? So I'm just gonna apply this on top. Ooh, this is creamy. Ooh, I like that. And I like this, like the finish. It's not over satin and it's not over sheen. It's also not matte, which is nice. Oh, I love this. Okay, that's such a pretty color. Oh my god, I love this. I love this. Love this lipstick. Ooh, it feels so nice on too. Love that. Okay, next we are going to take a little bit of this finishing powder because it's supposed to be used as a finishing powder. And we're just going to apply that on little parts of the face. I think I'm going to put it where the highlighter should go because not that I hated that highlighter, but you know, it didn't give me what I wanted. So I'm just going to apply that just under the eye here and just give it a little zhushing, give it a little life, which I do love that. Okay, that worked out really nicely. Oh my god, that looks so nice. Okay. Look at that. I love the way this look turned out. So pretty. So now I picked up, this is the Flower Beauty Seal the Deal Long Lasting Setting Spray Matte Finish. So I'm just going to give it a shake. Oh, okay. Big droplets. Didn't love that spray. I don't love the mist. It didn't really like mist my face. I feel like I had to give it like 100 spritzes. This is the finished look. I'm actually loving the way this turned out. It looks so nice. I'm going to go through the products and let you know my first impression on the product. So first off, we have the Jungle Lights palette. As we know, this is amazing. It's super pigmented. Like I said, just make sure you do your eyes first and the rest of your face later, or you're going to be using a lot of product to clean it up. So this, I really love the pigmentation. The colors are amazing. It was cheap for like what you got. Like it was cheap and you got such amazing product, such great pigment. So this is a definite buy and I'm glad I picked this up. Next, we have the mascara. I do really like the mascara. It gave me a lot of length. I just wish it had a little bit more of a volumizing effect. Again, mascara is a very personal thing, so I can't really say, you know, I know what I normally use. Maybe if I use it a little bit more, and maybe now that like I opened it up and it sits a little while, it might be even better. But I do love the way it looks. Like it doesn't look bad. Like I said, I wish it was a little bit more volumized, but again, for what I got, I can't complain. Like I would wear this mascara every day and it looks really nice with the look. So again, no complaints here. This primer was amazing. I love how lightweight it was. It still had that little tiny bit of like a tacky finish. I love the packaging is really nice. I love the texture. Like I said, how lightweight it was amazing. I love the radiance it gave my skin afterwards and it was still moisturizing and there was no sparkle pieces to it. So I really, really liked this. The foundation, it was really nice too. I love the way it sits. So far, I don't see anything wrong with it. I'm not seeing any like lines, anything on my face that I don't like. Again, I have to wear it for the rest of the day, so I'm going to wear it for 8 hours and again, let you know how I like it. But on a first impression, I really like the way it went on. Like, it went on really nice. It is buildable like it says. I wouldn't call it a medium coverage buildable. I would call it maybe like a low coverage buildable. It's not super like, I didn't get a lot of coverage from it, but I was able to cover What I couldn't cover with this, I was able to cover with the concealer. So again, I can't complain. I do like a low coverage with a high coverage concealer. So for me, this really worked out for me. I would use this as an everyday foundation. Next, we have the concealer. I used it as a eye primer and I don't see any creasing and it looks really nice. I mean, this is a foil shadow, so you will see more of like a little bit of creasing on the eyes anyway. But I do like the way it went on under the eye. It took away any darkness under the eye, the shade, and I just guessed and it turned out really well. It did really good coverage on any problem areas I had, which I liked as well. And it brightened up my face. Not that I really needed it because that primer was amazing. So I did really like this too. I would use this as on a daily basis. I do see a little bit of creasing under the eye. Maybe that's because I didn't set it with the proper powder. But again, I'm just going to let it go. It's give or take. It's not super like crazy, like where you would be noticing it. I'm sure you guys probably can't see it from there, and if you can, then you should definitely write that in the comments so that I know that. For me, as a personal preference, I could live without the palette. I could do without it. I have so many other bronzers that I would definitely like a little bit better that I wouldn't have to dip into a bunch of times in order to use. For this being considered medium to deep skin tone, I don't think this would be considered medium to deep for me personally, because I got this not a large amount of color. Like I really had to dig for it to get the color that I have, and I'm usually considered a light to medium kind of skin tone in a palette like this. So I could do without the palette. Again, if you're somebody who is new to makeup and likes a little less pigment on the touch or upon application, then maybe this would be good for you because it's buildable and easy to use. I didn't love the highlighter. I felt it was very powdery and I didn't love that. So maybe their individual like highlighters would be a little bit better, but I could definitely live without the palette. It looked nice. I'm not going to complain about it in that sense, but I could live without it. This Balm blush, I actually love. I didn't need a lot of it. I could have used less than I actually used, and it went on really beautiful. Like maybe I could have even put a little bit more. I'm more of a bronzer than a blush person. So somebody who likes a lot of blush definitely could have built that up to give you like the look you're really going for. But I really like that it didn't break up upon application with powders underneath, because a lot of cream products you have to be careful when you put a powder underneath, and my go-to is like my powder bronzer or my cream bronzer, my powder bronzer, and then like a cream blush or a powder blush, and I don't like any of those products ruining my step process. So I really like that this didn't do that, and I would definitely purchase more of these shades because I really like them, the way they came out, the softness, the dewy finish. Like my cheeks look amazing. I love the packaging on this powder. I won't lie, it's a little bit crazy, a little bit bulky. Like I don't think I would take this on a trip with me. Sorry, I forgot to close it. I don't think I would take this on a trip with me, but I did like this as a finishing powder. I wouldn't use this to set my face. I liked it better than the highlighter, believe it or not, and I liked the sheen that it gave under the eye when I put it on as technically a highlighter. So this I would maybe purchase again. I'm sure there's better ones out there from the drugstore that I might like a little bit more, but I will continue to use this as a finishing powder, and the glow it gives you, I'm not going to complain about that. I love a glow. This lipstick, I really love this lipstick. It's so creamy. The finish is amazing. I love that it's not too satin, like I said, not matte, not sheen. I love the finish of it, and I love how creamy it is. It's very hydrating, which I really like too, which they say it's a moisturizing lipstick, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, they do. And I love this, so I will definitely be purchasing more of these lipsticks. I love the color. The color turned out perfectly. I have other setting sprays I could definitely do without. It was my mistake for buying the matte finish, but either way, let's put aside the fact that it's a matte finish. Upon like spraying it, the mist was not my favorite. Like I felt like I had to spray it a lot to feel that like wet finish of like my setting spray going on my face. Like I don't want to have like a soaked face, but I do like to have that like mist on my face where I can feel it's misty on my face and a little bit wet, where I have the reason to like fan my face to make sure it dries. This did not give me that. The spray was not my favorite, and I also got a bunch of those, like, you know when you spray it and it like gives you that big drop on your face. I don't love that. So I did get that as well. So this I could probably do without. But other than that, I was really impressed with this line. I really like this line so far. Like again, I'll let you know in the comments how I really felt after 8 hours of wearing this makeup. But right now I'm feeling really lightweight. I love the way it looks on my skin. I love the way the makeup turned out. Like I won't lie, I was dying to put on a set of lashes, but you know what? I'm trying out the one brand, so I just left the brand like that. If you'd like to see videos like this on one brand, please let me know in the comments, because I do like doing stuff like that. I even saw like Essence came out with a new foundation, and I'm really excited to try stuff like that. So if you like seeing one brand products, like full face of whatever, please let me know the brand you want to see, and if you like videos like that, because I would love to do them. Try out these products if you haven't already. I know I'm a little late with these products, but again, just found them, and I'm so excited that Drew Barrymore created them, because love her movies, love her talk show. This is definitely affordable, and the products, a lot of them are very beautiful. That's it for this video, guys. Thank you for watching. Make sure you subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.